Hello, everybody. It's so good to see you again. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're new here, then welcome. Well, today is a big one, and I am super excited for a few different reasons. Reason number one, I had to go down to the post office recently because they had a bit of a mix up with my post office box, unfortunately. So I had to go and resolve that. So now I have a new post office box number, and I'll put all that up on screen now and also down in the description below. But when I got to the post office, they let me know that I had some new mail. And have a look at this. I got a beautiful postcard from Jess M. Thank you so much, Jess. That absolutely made my day. Thank you so much. It is gorgeous. So now I'm going to have to get some sort of a pin board or a notice board and put it up behind me so I can start collecting these gorgeous postcards. They're just beautiful. Thank you so much. But the other reason I'm so excited is that today we're all going to go and check out the Craft Alive craft event here in Ballarat. Now, Craft Alive have been around for quite some time, and they've finally brought their major craft show here to Ballarat. So I'm super excited. It's my very first craft show, so I'm taking a few bags and we're going to head out there and check out everything they have to show us. So grab a bag. Don't grab a drink this time. Grab a bag and let's get shopping. Look at the tiny little mini marbles. Oh, they're tiny. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look how small they are. Tiny little baby ones. Oh, so cute. What a great way to test them out. That's gorgeous. What a great idea. So you're using those little mini marbles, being able to put together a whole scarf. So there's one here. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? That's just lovely. And that was made just using this pack here. So all the little minis and then 2 standard skeins. And you can put together this gorgeous scarf. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, look at this. That is stunning. Beautiful colors. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I like this one. Look at that. That is gorgeous. What a gorgeous colorway that is. And these greens in the front. Oh, beautiful. And then you've got the fiori down here. Gorgeous. Look at these colors. See, now that's a perfect colorway for me, I think. All the blues and the purples. Just stunning. Look at these reds. Now, these are actually darker than they're showing up on camera. On camera, they're a really vibrant red, but they're actually more like a blood red. They're really dark. Absolutely stunning. And look at this. Beautiful. I love the fiori colorways. They're just gorgeous. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? Just beautiful. Some more over here. Oh, what's this blue one down here? Gorgeous. Look at that. Now that's coming up as blue on camera, but it's a really lovely teal. It's more green than blue, and it's just stunning. A really gorgeous teal color. Just beautiful. And another one down here. So this is a lighter blue. Again, it's a tealy blue, which is going to show up just as blue on camera, but look at those speckles. Just gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. I love fiori colorways. It's just gorgeous. And then you've got your Sierra Chunkies over here. Another beautiful, beautiful yarn. And look at this gorgeous tote up there. Gorgeous. Made with one ball of Sierra Chunky. Just stunning. Beautiful. that was an amazing day. And look at all this stuff we've got to have a look at. All right, this is going to need the top-down camera. Okay, so the first thing we're going to have a look at is this little keychain. Look at this. Isn't that cute? I'll never be hookless ever again. So on this little keychain, we've got a 3mm, a 4mm, and a 5mm hook. Isn't that adorable? I think I paid about $5 Australian for this, so that's a pretty good deal. I'm pretty happy with that. Aren't they just adorable little crochet hooks on a keychain? Thought this might come in handy, possibly in one of the upcoming projects I'm working on. So we'll find out a little bit more about that, maybe a little bit later on. But these were just too adorable to leave behind. So for $5, a 3mm, a 4mm, and a 5mm hook, yes, please. So I'll just pop those up there. What have we got in here? What's in this tiny little bag? All right, let's have a look. Now, these guys I bought. Oh, unstuck. Now, I bought these guys from the Button Ladies. It was a beautiful little stall, and obviously all they were selling were buttons, which were absolutely gorgeous. They had some beautiful designs like these guys. Look at these. Now, these guys we bought specifically to match some yarn that I had. So we're going to be using this in a new project that I'll be working on very soon. And we color matched these to the yarn, which I will show you a little bit later. That's coming up. So they are gorgeous. They're proper wood buttons, and they're just a gorgeous little pattern on there. Aren't they just beautiful? So I'll pop them aside just for now. I also bought 6 of these gorgeous little handmade with love buttons. These are also wood, and you can see that they've been crafted beautifully with love, obviously. So the Button Ladies told me that they are both crafters. I believe one was a sewer or an embroiderer, and the other one was a knitter. And they got very frustrated with the fact that all the buttons they were finding in their local area were all very, very expensive and very poor quality. So they decided to start sourcing their buttons from other companies so that they could ensure the quality and the cost effectiveness of their buttons, which was brilliant. So for all of this here, I paid $10, I believe, all up. So these guys were 6 for $1, I think. And I think these were also $1 each. And this little tag, this is a metal tag that says handmade on it. Hopefully you'll see that on camera. It's absolutely gorgeous. And once again, I thought this could come in handy for a few different projects, actually. I could see people making bracelets and all sorts of things with these. And because I just wasn't quite sure exactly how many I would need, I thought I'd try the one and see what that looks like. And then in future, if I think that they look really good and the quality's great, then maybe I can order some more online. But for now, I just wanted to share that with you. Isn't that really pretty? So that the quality of that's great. The metal isn't bending or flexing in any way. And it's properly embossed onto the metal there and engraved in. That's just lovely. But look at that. Aren't they really pretty? So the Button Ladies, if you find them online, go and have a look at what they have to offer, because they were lovely, lovely ladies, and it was an absolute pleasure to have a chat with them. What else did I find? So I walked around and looked at quite a few stalls. There were embroidery stalls, there were quilting stalls, there were wood turning and wood making stalls, so many beautiful crafts, and everybody was so lovely. They were so friendly and approachable and so happy to chat about their chosen craft, to explain different techniques and to show you live demonstrations on how they were doing and achieving those amazing good looks that they had with all of their projects. But the main stall that I spent the majority of time at was a stall called Stitches and Things. Now, the lovely Karen that runs Stitches and Things was a beautiful woman who spent a lot of time chatting with me and doing live demonstrations. And one of the live demonstrations I sat in on was a demonstration for this amazing Fiori scarf. Now, I'll show this to the top-down camera so you can get a closer look at it, and then we'll open up the kit and have a good look. So this Fiori scarf kit was $18, and it's actually a knitted project. So I'm very excited about this. And the reason I bought a knitted project was because the demonstration that she gave was very hands-on, and I felt really confident that I'd be able to actually achieve this project based on the demonstrations of the technique that she uses to make it. So as soon as I finished the demonstration, I hopped up and walked over to the stall and picked up this scarf kit. So let's have a quick look at what's inside. Okay. Ooh, careful, careful, careful. Okay. So the first thing we can see is this beautiful yarn. So this is a Panda Crypto 8-ply acrylic. You get 150 grams, which will give you 428 meters, which is fantastic. And look at that colorway. It's just gorgeous. Beautiful blue shade. There's a free scarf pattern on the label as well. It's saying that we'll need a 5mm knitting needle and a wool needle for sewing in the ends, of course. There's all the care instructions there. And I'm just looking for a name for the colorway. It's got a color number, so it's 76008, but I can't see a name, unfortunately. Panda Crypto. So I haven't used this acrylic yarn before. I'm really looking forward to it, but look at that amazing colorway. That's just lovely. So that's one of the yarns that's in the kit. I'll just pop that to the side. There's my receipt. I'll just pop that over there. So the secondary and primary, that would be the primary color and this would be the highlight color. So this is a Fiddlesticks Superb 8 acrylic as well. Now, I've used Fiddlesticks before. It's a fantastic acrylic and it works up so beautifully. They also have a wonderful range of cotton yarns as well, which is really soft and quite lovely to work with. But this is the Superb 8 acrylic. So again, you need a 4mm needle to work with this yarn. You get 100 grams, which will give you 250 meters. There's the gauge swatch. And it's 100% anti-pilling acrylic too. So once again, there's no name for the colorway. It's just a number there. But this is a beautiful, it's probably coming up blue on camera or maybe even a navy blue, but it's actually not. It's more like the coastal blue from Bendigo Woolen Mills. There's definitely some green through it. So if you can imagine a teal color that's really, really dark, that's what this is. So it's not a navy blue, it's not a straight blue or a royal blue. It's very much a really, really dark teal. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a really lovely shade. So that is going to complement this crypto acrylic beautifully. And the reason we want them to be complementary and the reason I chose the blue shades is because the pattern is based on waves. It's the Fiori Waves scarf, and you can also make it into a cowl. So the price that I paid, the $18 for the kit, paid for both the yarns and the pattern as well, which I think is an absolute steal. So Stitches and Things, so Karen at Stitches and Things designed the pattern herself, and she's included that in the kit. So this beautiful sort of increase, so the way she explained it was kind of like hills and valleys. So I could see this pattern working up beautifully in a neutral color. Some greens or some browns would look beautiful. This would also be a fantastic pattern for color pooling. So to change colors each time so that you're identifying or singling out these little spots here, almost like eyes maybe, but you've got your hills and valleys in there. And so you work this pattern up by basically making these ripple effects and then filling them in. and then you come back along with your next color. So the variegated blue, the crypto color, is going to be this variegated color you can see changing in through the background almost. And then the dark teal color will be that sort of highlighty color there that'll just accentuate all the different ripples. It's going to look fantastic. I cannot wait. And again, Karen's demonstration gave me the confidence to actually even attempt this because I haven't knitted for quite some time. So her demonstration gave me the confidence to pick this up and say, you know what, I'm going to give that a go. I think it's going to look fantastic and I have the confidence to do it. So that's going to be interesting to see how I go because I say that now, but once I've actually got this wool on my, I shouldn't say wool, this yarn on my knitting needles, maybe there'll be a different story. Wish me luck, guys. But what else did I get? So the next thing I bought was this amazing Wonderland crochet blanket pattern. Now, you can see from the price tag, I paid $8.95 Australian for this pattern, and I was absolutely happy to do so. Now, let me explain why. Actually, I'll take it out of the packet first, and then I'll explain. Okay. There we go. So the reason I was so happy to pay that amount is because this particular blanket is going to be a huge personal challenge for me. So essentially, the blanket was designed by Leslie McDonald, Joanne Harvey, Kirsten Schaefer, and Karen Deturing, and they all worked together to design a pattern that has multiple different stitches worked all the way through it. So they each worked on different stitches, they all designed it together, and isn't the lovely Monty here doing a fantastic job modelling that blanket? Isn't he adorable? Oh, what a cutie. So essentially, as I'm learning this pattern, I'm learning brand new stitches that I've never used before. So some of them I have, but a lot of them are brand new to me. So I'm going to use this as a personal challenge to increase my knowledge on different stitches. And once I have that knowledge down pat, I can then share those stitches with all of you. So I'm not reproducing their pattern. I won't be disclosing any of that, but I will be able to share the stitches themselves. So you could then use those stitches to go on and make blankets and beanies and sweaters and scarves and cowls and all sorts of different projects. And I cannot wait to hear all about them. So essentially what I need to do is learn how to make all of these stitches and really enjoy that process of learning something new and then be able to share that with all of you. And I cannot wait. It's just such an amazing hobby that crochet is. Somebody learns something and passes it on to somebody else, and then someone else teaches someone something new and vice versa. And it's just, I just love it. It's just such an amazing community to be part of. And so for me, this blanket is going to be a fantastic challenge and I'm really looking forward to it. And I think I've decided that instead of making the 6-day star blanket that I was planning on making and using the Bendigo Woolen Mills wool that I bought actually last year for my birthday. Oh, it's been that long. That whip has been on my list for so long and I haven't even gotten started. But that's probably a good thing because now I might use that wool instead of making that blanket to make this one instead. Isn't Monty doing a fantastic job there? Beautiful. So I actually saw this blanket hanging up in the stall and got to have a look at it up close, and the stitch work is just gorgeous. It looks beautiful. All the stitches just kind of complement each other where there needs to be texture, and they've just thought it out beautifully. So there's different raises and ridges and textures, and the whole thing just looks beautiful. Even the edges have bobble stitches in them. So it's just fantastic. It's a really beautiful design, and I was absolutely happy to pay the $8.95 for the pattern because I think it's definitely worth it. Okay, what else did I get from Stitches and Things? So the next thing I'd like to show you is this absolutely beautiful hand-dyed merino wool. Look at the colors in this. Oh, isn't it stunning? Absolutely stunning. They're so rich and deep. Look at that. That's just beautiful. So this is a Malabrigo 100% superwash merino wool. Now let me see if I can find some more information. So it's a worsted weight. There's approximately 210 yards or 192 meters in this 100-gram hank. What else have we got? They're recommending a 4.5 to a 5.5 mil hook or needle, and it's 100% superwash merino. So this Malabrigo range is just absolutely beautiful. Look at that color work. That's just amazing. Just stunning. Now I just want to, it feels so soft. It's not rough at all. Not in the way that you expect a wool to be. You know how sometimes wool can be kind of scratchy or it catches on your skin and then it just doesn't feel as soft as you would prefer it to? This doesn't have that at all. I'm really curious. Okay, so I don't get a chemically smell when I smell this, but you can definitely smell the dye. Okay. So I'm just going to grab, where are you? Over here. So this is the Fiore hand-dyed yarn that I picked up from the yarn store Yarns on Shannon Avenue recently in my previous video, I think. This is from Fiore, and this has no smell at all other than just that natural fiber scent. You cannot smell the dye or any chemicals or anything like that. It's really soft and just really natural. It's got a really natural smell to it. Whereas this one over here, this one doesn't smell chemically, but you can definitely smell the dye, which worries me because I think that that tends to tell me that this is probably going to run a little bit when I wash it. So I'm wondering how color fast these colors are. Yeah, it's not a negative smell. It's not a toxic, chemical, yucky, negative, horrible smell. It's just that dye smell. You know how sometimes paint smells not fumey, but you can smell when something's been freshly painted. It's almost like that, but a lot more subtle. It's like I guess painting kind of sounds a bit more dramatic. This is actually quite subtle, but it's definitely there. Whereas with the Fiore, I can't smell a thing at all. It's just a natural scent. Whereas this, you can definitely smell the dye. So I'm hoping they're not going to run when I wash it, but I guess we'll find out down the track. Now, the reason that I'm showing you this gorgeous yarn is obviously to show you how beautiful it is. But also, do you remember those buttons that I was showing you earlier? Well, these buttons I bought to match this yarn, and I thought it looked absolutely beautiful. So look at those three together. So I'm thinking either a scarf or a cowl with these buttons attached would look really, really pretty. And I had the yarn out with the button ladies, and they were helping me to match what they thought would look best. And we all decided once we found these buttons that these were the perfect match for this yarn. And I think they did a great job. I'm really looking forward to that. So a scarf or a cowl, I think, for this yarn. Absolutely beautiful. But by all means, let me know in the comments what you would make with it because it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful. I am intrigued to see how it'll go. There's a bit of fluff there, sorry. I am intrigued to see how it will wash up. But for now, I just want to get my hands on to making something beautiful. And I think this will work up lovely. Have you used Malabrigo before? What are your thoughts on it? Is it a good quality yarn? Have you had any issues with it? Being a superwash merino, it sounds like it should be fine in the wash, but I'm really curious. If you're somebody that's worked with it before, please let me know your thoughts. Did you have any issues, or are there any tips or tricks I need to know for working with it? because it feels beautiful and it looks stunning. So if there's anything I should know, please by all means let me know in the comments. All right, guys. I think I've got one more thing to share with you. Okay, one last thing to share with you. And that is this. Isn't it beautiful? Let's take a closer look. Now this is a gypsy cowl kit that obviously I bought at Stitches and Things. So I pretty much spent most of my money and my time at Stitches and Things. I think you can tell by now. I have to say though, they were pretty much the only other stall that was selling yarn and crochet and knitting supplies. There were a few that had hooks available, and there was also the Ballarat Weavers and Spinners Association that I spent some time at, and they were lovely. But in terms of being able to purchase yarn, Stitches and Things had the best offering for me personally, and also the just lovely customer service. Karen and her husband did a wonderful job of dealing with all the crowds. There were a lot of people there, and just very friendly and approachable. So if you ever see Stitches and Things while you're out and about, by all means go and have a chat, because they are lovely and really approachable people. But for now, let's take a close look at this cowl kit. Get this open. There we go. Okay, so obviously the kit gives you the pattern that you need. So here's the pattern here. Let's have a closer look at that cowl. Isn't that stunning? Beautiful design. Again, lots of texture. The colorways look gorgeous. Lots of things for me to learn here. And Karen also has a YouTube channel herself, and her YouTube channel is something that she uses to put up tutorials for all of her kits. So if anyone's struggling or having a tough time with the pattern, she has some videos available online to teach you how to make these things. So that's fantastic. Good on you, Karen. That's great. So you get the pattern. So $27 I paid all up. You get the pattern and also the yarn. So let's have a look at that. Okay. Wow, look at these colorways. I'll just move that pattern over. These are gorgeous. Again, we've got the beautiful Fiddlesticks acrylic. 100-gram balls. So 100 grams will give you 250 meters. Both these again don't have a actual name for the colorway, but what you're seeing is like a very beautiful plum color. It's not grape, it's not purple, it's more of a reddy plum color. Absolutely beautiful shade. Really lovely. I'm hoping it's not coming across as just red, because it's definitely a plum. It's more of a pinky red than a blood red, if that makes sense. Then we've got this gorgeous mustardy color. So the two of them already work together really well. Look at the shine on that acrylic. It's just lovely. Bit of fluff there. Get out of there. But look at that shine. That's just beautiful. Really, really lovely. Beautiful fiber. Very soft. The Superb 8 range is just lovely for Fiddlesticks. Actually, most of the products I've used from them have had amazing quality and been very soft. The anti-pilling is definitely a bonus. Now let's have a look at this variegated. So this is a Fiddlesticks print, I think, the part of the prints range. Yeah, so again, it's still the Superb 8. So again, it's anti-pilling acrylic. But look at that colorway. Let's just take this off for a second. Look at that. Look at those colors. They're just beautiful. And this is so soft. It's really soft. I mean, acrylic's always soft, but this is just luscious, is the only term I can think of to describe it. It's lusciously soft. And those colorways combined, look at that. That's just stunning. It's just a stunning skein of yarn. Look at it. Just beautiful. So these three combined will look absolutely beautiful together. Look at that. Gee, she's chosen well, hasn't she? So Karen put all these together and then also obviously provided the pattern. So she's written that up herself. And I'm really looking forward to making this as well. This is just going to be fantastic. And again, in Australia, we're coming towards the end of summer, hopefully. It is still quite hot. It's going to be into the 30s for the next few days, 30 degrees Celsius plus. So we're looking at, I think, 36 or 37 degrees Celsius within about 2 or 3 days. And then I think after that, it starts to cool down a little bit for at least a few days. So, yeah, but we're coming out of summer and moving into autumn. So, things like cowls and scarves and shrugs and sweaters and cardigans and things like that are starting to come back in again in Australia, which is great. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to making up these new projects. I think Karen's done a fantastic job with combining them all and providing really well written patterns. Have a look at these color combos though. Gee, she's done a good job. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I'm really looking forward to this. I don't even know what to start next. What project should I start with? Should I start with a blanket? Should I make a scarf with that beautiful yarn? Maybe start the cowl? I don't know. I've bought so many projects. I'm going to be here for months. And that's not a bad problem to have, is it? Wow. Just stunning. Okay, so that's everything. What a huge day. Oh, you guys, I hope you really enjoyed having a look around. I really enjoyed being able to show you all around and show you everything that Craft Alive had to offer. It was so much fun. And the hot chips I had for lunch were really good too, which I don't normally have. So it was a bit of a special treat there. There was so much to see. There was embroidery and haberdashery everywhere. There was some card making, there was some printing, there was scrapbooking, there was a bit of everything on show. And wasn't it fun to look at? There was just color and beauty everywhere we looked, and it was so much fun. I just really loved it. I'm looking forward to going again next year. Actually, I'm pretty sure they're actually up in Bendigo in the next few months, so we'll see. I've got so many projects now, I don't even know where to start. Did you have a favorite? Are you looking forward to watching me sort of make some progress on some of these different projects? There's the gypsy cowl, there's the Fiore knitted scarf. That's going to be a good challenge. The blanket, the Wonderland crochet blanket, that's going to be huge. That's going to be an ongoing thing, I think. I'm going to have to pick that up and put that back down as I'm making progress and just work really hard on it and see how I go. And just the idea that I'm going to be able to share all that with you is just fantastic. Now, speaking of sharing things with you, if you are interested in more information about joining and becoming a member to the channel, all you have to do is hit the join button. It's down underneath any video, and so I think you can also see it on the home page of the channel too. It won't automatically sign you up. You won't join automatically. It just gives you all the information that you need to become a member if you would like to do so. Now, the last thing I'd like to say is once again, thank you so much, Jess. This was such a beautiful thing to do. You're such a sweetheart, and that just absolutely made my day. That was just so lovely to send me a postcard. Just beautiful. Thank you so much. I really, really did appreciate it. I think that's been my favorite thing of the day so far. So thank you. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me. It's always absolutely appreciated. I love that you do that. Thank you so much. All right, be kind to each other and be kind to yourselves because you absolutely do deserve it. All right, guys, take care and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. See you again soon. Bye.